Hello, mighty companions. This is Earl Purdy, and I'm here today to do lesson 185, which is I Want the Peace of God. And I'm going to read this out of the book, but I want to read it to you in a way that just sounds like you're having a conversation with Jesus. You're having a conversation with Spirit. And so just listen to it as if I'm just having a conversation with you. I want the peace of God. It's the same as saying I want the complete fulfillment of love. To say these words, I want the peace of God, is nothing, but to mean these words, I want the peace of God, is everything. If you could but mean that you want the peace of God for just one instant, there would be no further sorrow possible for you in any form, in any place, or any time. Heaven, which is perfect peace, would be completely given back to full awareness. That means a memory of God entirely restored. That means the resurrection of all creation is fully recognized. No one can mean that they want the peace of God and not be healed. You cannot play with dreams nor think yourself a dream if you really want the peace of God. You cannot make a hell and think it real. You want the peace of God, and the peace of God is given you because the peace of God is all you want. And that is all you will receive is the peace of God. Now, many have said that they want the peace of God, but few indeed have meant it when they said they wanted the peace of God. You just have to look at the world around you to recognize how very few people mean it when they say they want the peace of God. The world would be completely changed did any two agree that they want the peace of God, and that was the only thing that they wanted. Two minds with one goal become so strong that what they will becomes the will of God. For minds can easily join in God and in truth. In dreams, no two can share the same intent or goal. To each, the hero of the dream is different. The outcome wanted not the same for both. Loser and gainer merely shift about in changing patterns as the ratio of gain to loss and loss to gain takes on a different aspect or another form. Yet compromise alone a dream can bring. Sometimes it takes the form of union. Sometimes it takes the form of union. Compromise alone a dream can bring. Sometimes a dream takes the form of union, but only the form or appearance of union. The meaning must escape the dream, for compromising is the goal of dreaming. Minds cannot unite in dreams. Your minds cannot unite in dreams. Minds can only bargain in dreams. And what bargain can give any man the peace of God? Illusions, which are false ideas, have come to take the place of God. And what the Creator means is lost to sleeping minds intent on compromise, each to its gain and to another's loss. To mean you want the peace of God means to renounce all dreams and illusions. For no one means they want the peace of God who wants illusions and false ideas, and who therefore seeks the means which bring illusions which are false ideas. You have looked on illusions and false ideas and found illusions and false ideas wanting. Now you seek to go beyond illusions. You seek to go beyond false ideas, recognizing that another illusion, another dream, would offer nothing more than all the other illusions and dreams and false ideas that you've had. In other words, dreams and illusions are one to you now. And you have learned that their only difference is a difference of appearance or form. For one dream, one illusion, one false idea will bring the same despair and misery as do all the rest. Do you know that the mind that means that all it wants is peace must join with other minds, because joining with other minds is how peace is obtained. And when the wish for peace is genuine, when you have a genuine wish for peace, the means for finding peace is going to be given you, and it's going to be given you in a form that you who seek for peace and honesty can understand. Whatever form the lesson takes will be planned for you in such a way that you cannot mistake the lesson. If your asking is sincere, you cannot mistake the lesson. But if you ask for peace, if you ask for the peace of God without sincerity, there is no form in which the lesson will meet with acceptance and be truly learned. So let's today devote our practicing to recognizing that we really mean the words we say. We want the peace of God. This is no idle wish to want the peace of God. To want the peace of God, these words do not request another false idea, another illusion to be given us. To say you want the peace of God, this does not ask for compromise, nor to try to make another bargain in the hope that there may yet be one bargain that can succeed while all the rest of the bargains that you've tried have failed. To mean you want the peace of God, to mean these words acknowledge that you recognize illusions and false ideas of the world are all in vain, requesting the eternal, the real, in the place of shifting dreams, which seem to change in what they offer, but are really just one in nothingness. All false ideas, illusions, and dreams are one in nothingness. So today, devote your practice periods to careful searching of your mind to find the illusions and false ideas you still cherish. What do you ask for in your heart? Don't forget the words you use in making your requests. Consider what you believe will comfort you. Consider what you believe will bring you happiness. But don't be dismayed by lingering false ideas that you have in your mind, for the form of your illusions, the form of your false ideas are not what matters now. Don't let some of your false ideas and dreams be more acceptable, reserving shame and secrecy for other false ideas and fantasies and dreams that you have. All the fantasies and dreams that you have are one. They're the same. And being the same, one question should be asked of all your fantasies and false ideas and illusions. Is this fantasy, is this false idea, is this illusion what I would have in place of heaven, which is perfect happiness and the peace of God? This is the choice you make. Don't be deceived by any other choice, the choice between peace and conflict. No compromise is possible in this. In other words, you choose God's peace, or you've asked for other dreams and other illusions and other false ideas that will disappoint you. And the dreams, the false ideas will come as you requested them. Yet will God's peace come just as certainly to remain with you forever if you choose it. God's peace, you can tell it, because God's peace will not be gone with every twist and turning of the road to reappear unrecognized, and forms will shift and change with every step you take. You want the peace of God. And so do all who seem to seek for dreams and illusions here. We all want the peace of God. So for everybody else that's here, as well as for yourself, you ask but this when you make this request with deep sincerity. For in that way you reach to what everyone really wants, and you join your own goal with what everyone seeks above all things. Perhaps they don't know it, but sure to you. You have been weak at times. Yes, you've been weak at times. You've been uncertain in your purpose. You've been unsure of what you wanted, where to look for what you wanted, and where to turn for help in the attempt. Do you know that help's been given you? And would you not avail yourself? Help has been given you. Would you not avail yourself to the help by sharing it? No one who truly seeks the peace of God can fail to find the peace of God. For the person who seeks to really find the peace of God is a person who merely asks that they deceive themselves no longer by denying to themselves what is God's will. Who can remain unsatisfied who asks for what he already has? Who could be unanswered who requests an answer which is theirs to give? The peace of God is yours. For you was peace created. Peace was created for you, given you by its creator, and established as the creator's own eternal gift to you. And how can you fail when you are only asking for what God wills you? How can you fail? And how could your request be limited to you alone? No gift of God could be unshared. It can be unshared. It is this attribute that every gift of God is shared that sets the gifts of God apart from every illusion or dream that ever seemed to take the place of truth. No one can lose, and everyone must gain whenever any gift of God has been requested or received by anyone. Whenever the God's gifts have been received by anyone, everyone benefits. God gives, but to you ain't. To take away is meaningless to God, and when taken away is as meaningless to you as it is to God, you can be sure you share one will with God, and God shares one will with you. And you will also know you share one will with everybody whose intent is yours. It is this one intent, this one goal, the peace of God, that we seek today. That means we're going to unite our desires with the need of every heart, the call of every mind, the hope that lies beyond despair, the love attack would hide, the brotherhood that hate had sought to sever, but which still remains as God created it. With help like this beside us, can we fail today as we request the peace of God be given us? I want the peace of God. I want the peace of God. That's the message for today. That's the message for today. I want the peace of God. 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 You want the peace of God. You want the peace of God. That's the only peace you want is the peace of God. It's the only peace. The only peace you want is the peace of God. The only peace you want is the peace of God. The only peace you want is the peace of God. The only peace you want is the peace of God. The only peace you want is the peace of God. I want the peace of God. I want the peace of God. I want the peace of God. You want the peace of God. Mighty companion, this is Earl Purdy. Check me out at www.earlpurdy.com. I got lots of Course in Miracles lessons and information for you on my website. And let peace and joy and love extend from my mind and my heart to yours.